Lance Ford, Deshaun Clark, and Farian Seymour are the offensive linemen, and this is going to be even more of a loss.
Yeah, that was
6-yard, 7-yard loss on the sack on 3rd and 10.
Exmari Bethay, and I tell you what, he made that in the backfield then. They tried to, just leave it. They tried to run a reverse in, and he was in the backfield waiting on them. They're going to have to punt it out here.
Yeah, going to be 4th and 17, so the fumble on the kickoff didn't hurt Latta that much, but
sure was a good shock for him, I guarantee you, for Latta.
Absolutely. The Wild Gators started Kason Herlong at quarterback, Demarius MacArthur at fullback, and the running backs are Jaden Ford and Tyrell Foxworth, and they went nowhere quick.
And Alan, they're lined up. They're going for it right here. They feel like if they only 34 going in, they're going to take their risk right here, maybe throw it down the field.
And somebody either jumped offside or there was a timeout called.
And you know, they really...
False start. No, they ran out of clock. Well, they took too long to make the decision.
Well, the other part of that is, really from a punting standpoint, if you were going to punt it, they were a little too close earlier.
So it's going to be
still they're going to go for it, I think, Alan.
4th and 21, the Lakeview offense we just mentioned. Of course, Kason Herlong is at quarterback, and they are keeping the offense out there. If they've gone backwards for 11 yards on their first 3 plays, Coach, I don't know how they're going to get 21 here.
I believe they're going to throw it down the field, Alan. We'll see.
They got 2 wideouts, and that's the first time they've done that. Herlong rolls out to his right, fires. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Going to turn it over for Latta back around the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and this is a big opportunity for Latta, but then again, you got to give Latta a lot of credit on that stop right there.
Let's take a look at the Vikings, Horry County Solid Waste Authority starting lineups on offense. The Vikings will start LeBron Cobb at quarterback, Exmari Bethay at tailback, and the running back to his right will be Jamarian Jones. He's also rushed for over 1,300 yards this year. The wide receivers are Mickey Wallace and Pernell Leggett. The tight end is a big one, Michael McKenzie. The offensive line, Tony Williams, Nick Lane, Noah Lane, Kyrie Williams, and Logan Bird. We'll take a look at the Wild Gators defense after this play. One man wide out. It's Mickey Wallace to the left. Twin setbacks. Bethay and Jones beside Cobb. Cobb is going to throw downfield. Underneath, the pass is caught. And it is brought down.
17. Was that Wallace?
I believe by Pernell Leggett.
Yeah, and I think, Alan, that was caught by McKinley Wallace. He went straight to the air game real quick like. I think to make a statement here, Alan.
When you stand up, I can't see. Sorry. I know he's about 6'5". All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Latta at the Lakeview 42-yard, make it 43-yard line. And a big play on first down for LeBron Cobb, connecting with Pernell Leggett. That's his 17th catch on the year. He has 3 touchdowns, and he is wide out to the left again. Cartrell Townsend is in the ball game now. And Townsend hands off. He gives it to Jamarian Jones, and Jones is stacked up behind the line of scrimmage.
And you know, Alan Jones he is averaging 13.4 yards every time he touches the football. And you can see right here the kind of speed he's got. He just didn't have anywhere to go on this one.
Yeah, and so Cartrell Townsend was not listed as the backup quarterback, but I knew he started for them last year, so I listed him as a backup tonight, and he gets to play on the first series.
And he must be their passer. LeBron Cobb, I noticed, has 383 yards passing, or rushing, I think.
615 yards rushing.
Yeah, and 383 passing.
And, again, Townsend carries himself. Townsend almost drops the football, but hangs on to it, and he's close to a Latta first down.
Yeah, he's going to be about 2 yards out, it looks like.
So 3rd and short for the Vikings. And, again, Townsend getting the start. The Wild Gators defense looks like this. Luke Price, Luke King, Z-Dog, Zydarius Inman, and Daniel Ray are the front four. The linebackers are Kiwi Jackson, Dawson Hunt, the top tackler, and Tyrell Foxworth. The corners are Tamir Bellman and Jaden Ford, and the safeties Caden Humphreys and DJ Hardy. Here's 3rd down and 2. Carry right up the middle is stopped.
He gets stoned, Allen. It's going to be same D&D.
The Z-Dog on that stop, Coach.
Absolutely. That was a big play. He came across and just stoned him in the backfield. They're looking at 4th and short here. Same down. They're going to do something a little different. I have all ideas.
Dorian Griffin coming into the ball game for Latta, and he'll line up as one of the tailbacks along with Eli Jones. So they've got an all backup offensive backfield.
Yeah, they got a bunch of backs listed, so I assume they're using a lot of backs.
So it's going to be a kind of a power formation. Are they going to snap it directly to Griffin?
No, they got the quarterback under.
Oh, quarterback up under center now. Okay. And that was Eli Jones, who was under center, and Lakeview stopped him.
Not going to get it. So we've seen nothing but defense today.
Back stop on downs.
Other than the long pass that we saw, really have seen a lot of defense.
So
and you can see on the replay right here, Alan, they just kind of penetrated and stuffed it right there. It looks like most of the pressure came off the left side of the right side of the defense.
Yeah, he had Eli Jones up under center. And it was Jamarian Jones along with Dorian Griffin in the backfield. But now the Wild Gators have it back, and we'll take a look at the Vikings defense. The Horry County Solid Waste Authority starting lineups after this. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. They're going to throw a pass. 2nd time tonight, and this one is complete.
Well, you know, Alan, I looked out, and Latta had 11 players within 5 yards of the football. And that was Jaden Ford that he threw the football to. And when you do that, you got to be able to challenge them through the air, and they did, and they were successful with it. So they're going to have to back it up, and you'll see that, I think, on this snap.
Well, I thought we would turn back the clock, 40, 50 years to some smash-mouth 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of offense, but we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah, but you're going to see it before we leave here tonight, baby.
They give it to the fullback. I believe it's Demarius MacArthur, and MacArthur carries on the dive for about 3-4.
Yeah, and that tackle was Sladen Strickland. He came up from the safety spot, but he wasn't but about 6 yards deep at the start of the play. So it's really just somewhat of a deeper linebacker.
I could give him credit for 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Gators. Now moving deeper into Latta territory. They backed up on their last possession. This time they've got a sustained drive. Wishbone backfield. Kason Herlong up under center. He spins all the way around, hands off to Tyrell Foxworth. Foxworth is in the open field and takes it to the house for a touchdown.
Yes, and he ran a counter there, Alan. He spun all the way around. They pulled that guard and kicked out. The linebacker stuck his nose over the other side of the center, and that's when he was able to hit that hole full speed.
You were right. He spun all the way around like a top to hand it off to Foxworth. And Foxworth then found that open hole and took it
that's
down the
just
right
a lot
side.
of eye candy for a linebacker. He sees that, and it just puts his feet in the mud a little bit, and you take one bad step, and that back's gone.
Lucas Schomp on to add the point after touchdown. Chase Price is the holder. 6-0 on that. Here's the kick. It's up and plenty of distance right down Broadway. So it's 7-0. A Carolina Cool touchdown for the Lakeview Wild Gators on their 2nd possession. And we'll take time out with them. We'll give you a full account of that drive when we return to the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
Hello, everybody. Cecil Chandler from Myrtle Beach Hyundai. What do you look for when you're buying a new car? Low interest rates? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. The best warranty? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. Top-notch service? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. Great gas mileage? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has that too. So what are you waiting on? Come on down to the new luxury Myrtle Beach Hyundai and test drive a 2023 Hyundai. Remember, here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai, we treat you like family.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected across our area. Here to provide solutions that fit your needs. Here to make it easy to switch. Here to build real connections in our community. Here to help you save with a bundle that fits your needs. And most importantly, we're here to keep you connected to what matters most in your life. Connect to HTC today to get the largest fiber optic network in the area and one of the fastest starting speeds.
Back here at Latta Stadium, the Wild Gators back up 21 yards on their first possession and then go 65 yards for a touchdown on their second.
Absolutely, Alan. That was a three-play, 65-yard drive. Of course, a lot of it had to do with the pass that they completed, and they had two good long runs, or one long run.
Yep.
Nonetheless.
Watch out.
And that's Leggett on the run back, and he's down to what, Alan, midfield?
Yeah, at least the 50 and into positive territory, I believe, at the 49. They're going to give him the 48, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Latta in Lakeview territory. Yes, Burnell Leggett on the return, and he's one of several return people with Sladen Strickland and Jamarian Jones. But what a run, 35-yard touchdown, a Carolina Cool TD for Tyrell Foxworth, and that may well have taken him over 900 yards on that run for a touchdown. 900 yards on the year.
And, Latta has had excellent field position the last two series, so it's going to be important for them to be able to take advantage of this field position because you won't always get it.
They're going to back the football up with a nose on the 50, so it divides the football field right here. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Let's see if Kentrell Townsend is still in the ballgame. I believe he is, and he hands off to Jamarian Jones, and Jones carries for about 9.
Yeah, that was a real sweep then because they had some linemen out in front of him. And most of the time on those jet sweeps, they get to the corner real quick. But they took a little bit of time on that, got some linemen out front, and it proved to be a good play for them.
And Jamarian Jones has 19 touchdowns this year, averages about 13 yards per carry, carried for 7 on that one.
And over 200 per game.
Yep. So.
And I don't think he played last week, Alan, for whatever reason.
Really?
He was injured last
week. Says our spotter, Landis Clark, plays on the JV team for Latta here. Kentrell Townsend still in the backfield. Again, he was a starter last year. He was not listed in the game, but he has got a big hole. And he is going to get to the defensive backfield and down to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Vikings. Here's the Mr. Sparky replay coach. Townsend just hesitates not one bit.
Well, that was all him then because really on the edge he had 2 tacklers out there, but he was able to cut it back and shake both of them.
Cartrell Townsend. Now LeBron Cobb is back in the ball game, says Landis. So Cobb will line up as the quarterback. He's rushed for 60 times, 615 yards, and 7 touchdowns himself. So give Townsend a break. Here's Cobb again. He hands off to Jamarian Jones. Jones fumbles the football, but falls back on it, I believe.
Yeah, he did. He got it back, Alan.
The Vikings get it back, but not before picking up a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down.
Yeah, I heard a collective ah out of the Latta crowd right in front of us here when that ball hit the ground.
Yeah, they
did a good job of stripping that ball out. That ball was stripped then by number 17, Connor Abraham. That was a really good job from him then.
Yeah. And they say it's going to be 2nd down and 1.
Yep.
Thought that he got a first down and then some, especially when the ball was fumbled forward. But instead, Cobb stays in the ball game. He takes the snap. Will keep it himself. Cobb is going to go around the left end, picks up the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down, still shakes and bakes his way inside the 10, close to the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Latta.
Looked like he stepped out at about the 5, Alan.
So both teams making hay on their second possession.
Yeah, and we're looking at a 1st and goal, and that's a good place to be with 5 yards to go with a running football team like they are.
1st and goal from the 5, as Coach said. And let's see who's back in.
Good.
It is Cobb is still in the ball game at quarterback. They're rotating Townsend and Cobb now. He's got Jones and Bethea. Bethea to his left, Jones to his right.
Trying to
Takes the
spread
snap,
defense.
and he fumbles the
Ball's
football.
on the ground.
The mesh point just never got there, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like he had the ball. He got a good snap, but the mesh point between he and the back was not there. You saw his arm, and anytime you see that, you know he's a little extended.
Cobb's coming out of the ball game, and he stuck the ball out for the running back, but he never took it.
Yeah,
Cobb's going to come back.
You know, this is where your games are made. I mean, they got a 5-yard get down there, and now they're at 9. So let's see what they can do.
We're down to 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. As both teams running the football with reckless abandon here on this second possession. Latta scored Lakeview scored in 3 plays on their second possession. More for Lakeview, but it's Jamarian Jones again. Jones kind of wiggles and strides his way into a 1-yard gain, maybe.
And I couldn't tell. One of the DL made the tackle then for the Gators. I couldn't tell who it was, though, Alan.
So it's going to be third down, ball on the 9-yard line, and goal to go, with LeBron Cobb in at quarterback. He's going to bring send Leggett wide to the left and bring McKinley Wallace wide to the right.
This is the same formation that he last threw the football out of. 1 tight, 2 wides, 2 backs.
And he's going to throw it again, this time a fade to the left corner, and it's out. It was a back shoulder throw, but just not on target this time.
Yeah, just a little bit off angle. I think the angle was a little bad. Now, that's going to put them in a 4th down. Looks like they're bringing a kicking team on, Alan. Hard to
The kicker
tell.
is Conley Daly, big number 80, but I think they're keeping the offense in the ball game.
No, he's kicking it.
He is kicking. Now he's not. This is not Conley Daly, who they told me was going to be the kicker. Let's see who it is.
It is Conley.
Is it 80? Okay,
Yep.
It is Conley. Conley Daly, number 80. I didn't see. I guess I was looking at the holder, Eli Jones, the left-footed kicker. Up, and it is good. So he adds the field goal from 27 yards away. And we'll give you the full account of that when we return to the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
Robinson Community College offers over 80 programs of study, from mechatronics to surgical technology to welding. Our short-term training programs lead to long-term careers in healthcare, industry, cybersecurity, and more. Start, achieve, become. Robinson Community College. Register for fall 2023 today. Visit robinson.edu for more details.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Guys, I think it might actually be warmer outside.
Sorry, the heat pump went out.
Hi friends, referee Diane here. If your heat pump is penalizing your comfort game, make the call to Carolina Cool and Carrier. Turn to the experts with heating and air, plumbing, electrical, and air quality. With Carolina Cool and Carrier, it's always first and goal.
Carolina Cool! Carolina Cool!
That's cool.
All right, Dr. David Beck joins us now, orthopedic specialist in terms of foot and ankle. The most common injury in terms of athletics is the ankle. So I know there's a lot of kids out there that have ankle issues. What can they do if they come see you?
So typically I like to see people pretty quickly after an ankle injury, really just to get it settled down. For an athlete, I'd like to give a boot just to really calm it down and get them back to sport as quickly as possible. Usually to get them back, we'll start physical therapy or use their trainers to get them doing strengthening, stretching, and proprioception, which is kind of our understanding of where the body is in space, to get them stable and back out on the field in safe conditions.
You know, most of the time, an ankle injury is a minor ankle injury. How long is rehab for that usually? How long are they usually out?
Usually with a minor ankle injury, you can be back within a week, 10 days. When it gets more serious, that's when we're looking into the 2 weeks to a month really getting back, but that's more rare.
Back in Latta, 7-3 score. The visitors from Lakeview on top as they scored a touchdown on their second possession. The Vikings added a field goal from 27 yards on their second. But tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Bath Fitters. And want to thank the Conway Medical Center for donating $500 each week to the host school. In total, our local schools will receive $5,000 by year's end. Coach?
Yeah, you know, that last drive, they had an 8-play drive, 42 yards, ended up with a 27-yard field goal. And they had really some run and pass in there, so it was a really good drive for them, I thought, Alan.
Designed onside kick by the Vikings, but it does go 10 yards, but a nice job by Lakeview falling on top of it right at the 50. So the Gators will have it back with a 4-point lead. Scored from 65 yards away on 3 plays in their last possession.
Yeah, and, you know, they've shown a little bit of balance tonight so far, and it'll be, you know, at the end of the day, they want to run the football, and yet they're cognitive of exactly how many people they've got in the box.
Kason Herlong hands off to the fullback, Demarius MacArthur, and MacArthur carries for about 6. So it's going to be second down and manageable.
Yeah, and you know, again, most of Latta's tackles are by family. They got 3 or 4 guys in there on most of these tackles. It's hard to get a just on exactly who it is. We got a flag on the ground, Alan.
Late flag right at the tackle position. It's going to be a face mask against Latta. So that's going to add 15 yards to it, Coach. Gives them great field position now. No, it's only a 5-yarder.
Yes, a 5-yarder, so it's incidental. But nonetheless, that gives them a first down, Alan.
First down at the 40, so exactly 10 yards. And that'll give them a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Jaden Ford, Tyrell Foxworth in the backfield. The lead back is Demarius MacArthur. Kason Herlong. He gives off to Jaden Ford. Ford takes it for about 9. Big hole on the right side.
Yeah, and that tackle then was made by Nick Lane, big defensive tackle number 60. And, you know, where they're having most of their success right now, some misdirection. I think they're getting the linebackers to move a little bit and able to go back the other way. And that's where they've had the most success running the football.
So second down and 2, an 8-yard pickup on first down. This will be the final play of the first quarter. They give it to the same man, Jaden Ford. He totes the mail for another Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down, and they'll flip the field and have first and 10 at the 25-yard line on the other side of the field when we return to the Conway Medical Center. Friday night rivals. Lakeview leads it 7-3, powered by Mr. Sparky.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Bathfitter fits what's important in your life. That might mean a new tub. And with our unique tub-over-tub process, we'll install it in as little as a day. Or it could be a new shower, or converting an old tub into a new shower. Bathfitter offers design options to fit your style and high-quality seamless walls to fit your standards. Why do so many people trust Bathfitter with their baths and showers? It just fits. Call now or visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
When it comes to protecting the environment, we're all on the same team. Horry County Solid Waste Authority has a game plan for protecting tomorrow's environment today. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Visit solidwasteauthority.org for more information. The Horry County Solid Waste Authority is protecting tomorrow's environment today. Do your part to help reduce pollution caused by waste. Just remember these 3 words: reduce, reuse, recycle. Visit solidwasteauthority.org for more helpful information.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected across our area. Here to provide solutions that fit your needs. Here to make it easy to switch. Here to build real connections in our community. Here to help you save with a bundle that fits your needs. And most importantly, we're here to keep you connected to what matters most in your life. Connect to HTC today to get the largest fiber optic network in the area and one of the fastest starting speeds.
Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by Bathfitter.
Right now, Sonic's small hand mix shakes are $1.99 all day. It sells itself, so I'll just list flavors in my sexy voice. Chocolate, strawberry, peanut butter. $1.99 small classic shakes all day at Sonic.
It's senior night in Latta, where the Vikings trail the Wild Gators 7-3. Gators on the move. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the home team. Latta in the all dark green tonight. Lakeview in the white jerseys, blue pants, and a big gang tackle.
And, you know, Alan, they haven't had quite the success. That tackle then was made by Amir Rogers, who's got 3 sacks on the year. But they haven't had quite the success just sticking it right at them.
No.
Most of the time, the counter, the traps worked a little better, and then they've had a little success throwing the football as well.
And, you know, the Vikings run a 6-down lineman unit up front.
Yeah, and they've got all 11 within 5 yards of the box, and I would, too, play in this crowd.
So 6-down linemen, a couple of linebackers, and a couple of defensive backs, all that they use. And here's a pitch. That's a jet sweep to Tyrell Foxworth. Foxworth stopped before he gets the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short, though.
And we call that play, Allen, a quick pitch because simply goes to that outside back. You pull that offensive tackle and try to get on the corner with it. You can see it right here. See that tackle pulling? He's going to try to loop around the end and pick up that defensive back. And those defensive backs don't like to see those big guys coming out there.
Linemen roll, and they got 280-pounders. Rolling out there, Farian Seymour, Chris McGill. Wishbone offense, 2 tight ends. They need to get 2.5 yards, and I don't think they got it. Not even close.
Again, that was just an isolation to the right, and there again, they haven't had as much success. Big Nick Lane stuck his nose in there and stopped it cold.
Jaden Ford just stood straight up at the line of scrimmage. They lost a yard, 4th and 3.
Yeah, and this is a big play again for Lakeview. You know, they can go up another score here, and it's a big down for them. But then for Latta, I mean, heck, they've had such a good defensive stand. We'll see.
Same formation for the Gators. 6-down lineman for Latta, and Herlong says, I don't think this play's going to get it, Coach. Calls timeout. All right, we'll take it with them. 10:02 to play in the first half. It's 7-3 Lakeview, and they got a big decision to make on 4th and 3. Conway Medical Center, Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
In case of a hurricane, are you ready? Don't wait until it's too late. Get your family a Briggs & Stratton generator from Mr. Sparky today. We'll come to your house and help determine the correct size generator needed for your home to keep all your electric devices running. So keep your family safe and comfortable with a Briggs & Stratton standby generator all year long.
There's no job too big or too small.
Call my dad. He can fix it all. And remember, 8 Sparky.
There's a new flavor in Hardee's Craft Kitchen. Nashville Hot Chicken. Juicy, 100% white meat dipped in buttermilk, hand-breaded and seasoned to bring the heat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, new Nashville Hot is goodness in the making.
Players are ready. Lined up over the football. 4th down and 3. Lakeview's going for it. Wishbone offense. Herlong gets the play call. Coach says whatever their best play is, you're going to see it right here. And they play action. Throw it to an open receiver. He's got the first down and more. Does he stick it in across the goal line? He does. Touchdown, Lakeview.
What a call, Allen. What a call. 4th and 3. You're not a throwing football team, and he leaks his fullback or either his tight end out. Leaks his tight end out there. He blocks down and then steps back out. Great play.
Thaddeus Levette, the tight end, just snuck out, and nobody covered him.
Well, what they did, they took the back and ran the corner off, and the corner had to go with that deep runner. And so he was there, and the linebacker couldn't jump him simply because of play action in the backfield.
Lucas Schomp trying to add his second PAT tonight. This one is up. splits the sticks, and we got a 14-3 ball game with 9:53 to play in the half.
Yeah, and this game's been very evenly played up to this point. The score doesn't quite indicate that, but nonetheless, it's anybody's game going forward. There's no question about it.
We talked to some Lakeview coaches before the game, and he said this Latta team is much more athletic than we are. I don't know, it's shown out so far.
Yep.
All right, let's go down to the field to Rodney Berry. He is with Athletic Director Robbie Brown for the the Latta Vikings.
Guys, I'm back here with Robbie Brown, and what a great game. You guys field great teams year after year, but you can't speak about Latta without talking about academics. One of the finest programs in the entire state.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We our stakeholders and our school board and our superintendent and those folks do a great job passing their leadership down to our administration, and they pour into our teachers and our educators, and we get to pour into our kids, and they do a wonderful job.
Yeah. We all get awarded every year. It's renowned. The whole state knows about it.
Yeah, and the irony of it tonight is we're actually honoring 5 students who received IB diplomas. So this gives them an opportunity to be recognized and for their accomplishments. And you know, those are one of the things we take our pride in is academic excellence, and everything else will follow in the suit.
Thank you, sir. Back to you guys.
Stop by Camden.
Thank you, Rodney. And, boy, Latta juggled the football again on that kickoff. And this time they were fortunate to fall on it at around the 27, 28-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 right there. But you heard Rodney Brown say in the pregame that he married a Lakeview graduate, so he's a Latta guy. Well, we've got a couple of friends in Myrtle Beach who have that same region marriage, if you will, who we've worked with for years. Paul Edwards, who's been with the Beach Ball Classic Committee that I'm on, with a few other people here on the crew, is married to Helen Edwards. Paul went to Latta. Helen went to Lakeview. Helen's a longtime counselor at Socastee High School, so they have that inter-county rivalry as well.
Yep, and Alan, that was a direct snap to LeBron Cobb, and he tried to run a Q sweep to the right, and got about 2 yards out of it.
They're going to give him credit for one. Thank you there, Landis. Landis Clark is our spotter tonight. Paul Gable is our statistician. And the entire Lucky Dog Television Productions crew and ABC 15. I want to thank them for their help. I'm Ellen Smothers along with Coach Chuck Jordan. Don't think I'd introduced ourselves to you yet tonight. And good carry by Zamari Bethay right up the middle, but that Lakeview defense is stout, Coach.
Yes, it is, and I think they're in a punting down here. I can't imagine not kicking this ball because they're looking at fourth. And is it third, Paul?
Third down.
Okay, they're looking at third, Nate. I was thinking it was fourth.
Yeah, third down at the 30-yard line, so 8 deep in your own territory. Playbook's not very deep here, is it, Coach?
No, I think you down here with your back to it, you just got to try to get part of it right here and decide whether you want to kick it out or try to go for it.
You got twin receivers to the wide side, field side left, and he's looking to throw that way. Out down the field, it's one-on-one coverage, just a bit out of the reach of the intended receiver, McKinley Wallace.
Yeah, and that was defended then by number 1, DJ Hardy, and thought he had good position on him, and nonetheless, the ball was just a little bit out of range.
CMC replay right here, and good coverage by Lakeview. Didn't let him get to the outside of him, which is where he wanted to get.
And I believe, Alan, this is going to be the first punt that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, we've had each team has turned it over on downs, and each team has scored on their next couple of possessions. Actually, Lakeview on 1 or 2, and Latta on 1. Latta kicked a 27-yard field goal.
And it looks like LeBron Cobb is back there kicking. I would imagine he's going to kick this one for sure.
Yeah, LeBron Cobb is the quarterback and punter. And it's blocked. Or he kicked it right into the back of one of his own men, I believe.
That's what you call kicking them in the butt.
Yeah. Michael McKenzie is going to cover it up for Latta, but Lakeview is going to get a gift of a short field. The Lakeview coaches are saying it should be first down for them, and I don't know why, because it didn't get across the first down marker. I don't know what the Lakeview coaches are claiming.
Well, if the ball crosses the line of scrimmage,
and you cover it.
Whether it was kicked or not, if it crosses the line of scrimmage, then it's a live ball.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
So it's considered a fumble at that point?
No, it's considered a live ball. A fumble, I mean,
well, it's
live ball.
Anybody's ball then.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay, well, that's what the Latta coaches are complaining about, or at least they're contending that, they covered it and it was across the line of scrimmage.
Well, but there again, here's the whole concept. If the ball is touched behind the line of scrimmage,
right, which it
and
was,
past the line of scrimmage, it's a live ball.
Okay.
So if Latta touches it, they down the ball where it is.
Okay.
Now, at the same time, Lakeview can pick it up and run it if they want to, because it's as if the ball had never been touched.
Well, see, that's what I thought. I thought that once Latta touched it across the line of scrimmage, the ball was down at that point.
It is.
But when you're saying it's a live ball, though, that means that either team can recover it.
Well, I said it was a live ball, but I had a different interpretation in my mind of what a live ball was.
No problem.
And what I meant was that the ball is just like a punt when it crosses the line of scrimmage, even though it was tipped behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's why I felt like the ball would go to Lakeview either way, no matter who recovers it.
Yes, and you are correct. Now, the only thing that could have happened had Lakeview touched it, then Latta,
then it's a live
ball.
Yeah, then
correct.
It's a live ball. Thank you, Landis. So Lakeview will have it back in a short field. 1st and 10 at the 33 in plus territory.
I think this is a big stop for Latta. They really need to do something here.
Boy, he stoned him in the backfield right there, boy.
And again, they're playing fairly well. That tackle looks like it was made by both Nick Lane and Eli Jones. You can see on the relay right here, they ran the little power right up in there, and they stepped up and stuffed it in a hurry.
Yeah, Thomas Jones stuck his nose right in the face mask of the running back and dropped him for a 1-yard loss.
And, they really Lakeview really hadn't had a lot of success between the tackles other than a few isolations they've called. They bounced some of them out.
Yeah, Foxworth scored on that one touchdown with a huge hole, but that's been basically it. And the quarterback is going to keep it himself, read option, and picks up about 4 or 5 yards across the 30.
Yeah, that was Herlong, Dan. I thought he did a good job with it because I thought he gave the football.
I did too. I thought it was in the fullback's hands, but Herlong kept it himself, carried for 5. It's 3rd and 5 at the 28. Clock rolls down to 7 minutes to play in the half. Start looking at the scoreboard here in a minute.
Yeah, and it has gone pretty fast, hasn't it, Alan?
Yep.
Of course, now, other teams haven't been playing but about 15 minutes so far, right, Alan, so we probably don't have a whole lot going on. They're in a full bone right here, so I can imagine they're going to take 2 plays to get that first down.
Yeah, they're on a short field now at the 28-yard line, approaching the red zone. Here's the toss sweep out to Tyrell Foxworth, and Foxworth is caught from behind.
Yeah, that was Cottrell Townsend, and he made a great play. He smelled it out. He came in there. That was actually a quick pitch. They pulled those linemen. He saw it. He got back behind and under the lineman and ran the ball down. That was a great play by Townsend then.
So Townsend tracks down Foxworth, who ran for a 35-yard touchdown earlier in the ball game.
And they've used that quick pitch a couple times. They ran the same thing down here going in last time, so you can expect to see it again. They got some matchups they like.
4th and 7, Coach. And this time play action again. Let's see if it works like it did last time. There's nobody there. Threw it right in the middle of the field, and somebody went fly, and the others should have gone post.
Well, he had a lot of pressure on him, and Herlong had people all over him. Amir Rogers was in his face, and he just had a couple of guys putting pressure on him. It's hard to make a good throw when you can't see down the field.
Yep. Incomplete pass on 4th down. Turns it over with 5:46.
And I'll say, Alan, I think that's probably the most important play of the game so far for Latta. They really need to keep them out of the end zone there. They need to be able to go down and get this scoring and make it a 1-score game again.
So 1st and 10 from the 30. Lakeview I believe we have Cobb back in the ball game at quarterback, and he runs a inside reverse. McKinley was on the toss. They faked the handoff right and tossed it back left to a streaking Wallace, so basically a fly sweep.
And I thought Seth Dees did a great job, the outside linebacker for the Wild Gators. He just kind of kept his feet where he was and waited like you teach him to do. Now, once you see the ball committed the other way, you can turn and run, but he waited long enough to make that play.
LeBron Cobb ran for a touchdown last week in that win over Hannah Pamplico, 33-0. Lakeview was off last week, beat Green Sea Floyd's 58-16 2 weeks ago. So they're one game short. They're 5-1. Latta is 7-1 on the year. And it's Jamarian Jones again. Big carry this time for Latta.
Yeah, and that was all Jamarian Jones in, Allen, because I felt like they had a chance to wrap him up about 3 yards short of that first down, but he kept wiggling and struggling and stepping and ended up getting there.
My man Landis Clark is on top of it. He's pointing out running backs for me and tacklers for you.
Well, that's because his girlfriend's watching him.
Oh, he's got one eye on the defense and one eye on the offense. He ain't thinking about no girls right now, Coach. He's a football player.
I hear you, baby.
Football season. 1st and 10 on the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. You got twin backs. They hand off. Zamari Bethea. Bethea was the right side running back. Carries for 6. Make it 7. No, we'll make it 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, that was a good first down play. They ran the counter then. They took both backs one way and came back the other way with the counter. They trapped that tackle, and I thought it was a good play for them. And what it does, it helps set up some other plays. And I'm not sure. It seems to me that they're going to want to put it in the air at some point. Now, if they can run it in, they're going to run it in.
Twin receivers, one to either side. Twin backs out of the pistol. The counter to Zamarian Bethea again.
Looked like he fell down then, Alan.
Yep.
Doesn't look like maybe somebody tripped him up. We got a flag on the ground, so let's see what we got.
Zamari carried for 3, so it'll be 3rd and very short, depending on the
and where
that
flag is located, Alan, is usually in a holding zone, so we'll see what we have here.
Might be a defensive hold.
Personal foul on the defense.
Oh. Yeah, Lakeview said a dirty word.
Well, they're talking hard. They've got a lick in there, and sometimes that's, not very smart, but you just hope the official doesn't hear it if you do it.
Boy, that flipped the field in a hurry, Coach. They
It
started
really
at
did.
their own 30. Now they're inside the 35 on the other end.
Yeah, and especially when you run the football a lot. And, of course, we got to keep our eyes on the clock. We're looking at 3:30 left.
Mm-hmm.
They got plenty of time to do whatever they want to do in this half.
So twin back pistol. The twin receivers are to the boundary side right this time, but it's a play action. Cobb keeps it himself. Cobb is going to carry around the right side on first down, but gets stopped only about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Yeah, and they ran a Q counter then. Cobb faked the backs, lead backs both to the left. The other back led Cobb up. He and the guard led him up through the hole.
2nd down, 7 at the 22-yard, or make it the 32-yard line. So they have gone 40 yards in less than a minute.
Yeah, and yet this is tough territory down here. Those Wild Gators not going to give up easy, and you're going to have to break one off sooner or later.
Big Kyrie Williams anchors the right side of that Latta offensive line. And we've got single coverage out here on the right. Receiver all the way to the near side is Leggett, but they hand it to Jones. Jones is going to take it all the way into the house again.
We got a flag, Allen, and I think it's downfield. It's going to be at about the 15-yard line. I think he called it on the wide out. He had a good block on him, but then he came back and hit him again, and I think that's what he got it on. We'll see if we got a rerun on that. I think we can tell exactly what happened.
We'll get it. That one's going to come back.
Yeah, and it was out in the open field, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, he pushed him in the back. But let's go back and see it if we can.
I don't think it had anything to do with his scoring the touchdown, though, because he was all by himself on the left sideline.
Well, that guy, yeah, and we'll see right here. You can see this corner, the same guy outside, number 5, had him blocked, and then he came back and pushed him right there. He pushed him from behind, and that's what's going to get you every time. And the thing is, if he just put his hands in his pocket and stood there, then it would have been a touchdown.
So Pernell Leggett is called for a block in the back that cost him a touchdown, but it's 1st and 10 inside the 25. They go the same play, and he's going to get the same result, maybe. Nope, close to a first down.
And no flags on the ground this time.
Jamarian Jones carries inside the 5, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
We got a flag, Alan.
We do have a flag.
Yes,
late.
we do.
All the way in the backfield. This one might be a holding penalty. Boy. Holding against Latta. So it's going to nullify another long run by the Vikings.
Yeah, you can see Coach Eisman getting a little heated up on that one. It's tough to take when you have two great plays like that and they both get called back. But nonetheless, if the penalty's there, you got to call it. We still got 2 minutes left, so there again, they've got plenty of time still.
Sure, yep.
But they're looking at 1st and 25.
1st and 25, back at around the 34-yard line. 33. So twin back pistol, receivers on either side, and they hand off to Jamarian Jones, and he dives forward for about, we'll call it 6. So it's going to cut half of that 10-yard penalty off.
And we've got a player down there, Alan. It may be Jamarian, and he may have fallen on the football. It looked to me like he went down straight on the football. He got his feet cut out from under him, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, he dove forward after the tackle, and we're going to break while they attend to Mr. Jones. It's 14-3, Lakeview in front as you watch the Friday Night Rivals powered by Mr. Sparky.
About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, but not all of it is clean enough to drink. With the Brita Pro Whole Home Water Filtration System from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, your family can enjoy cleaner, better tasting water right from your own tap. Call us today and learn more about a brand new Brita Pro Whole Home Water Filtration System today.
Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber.
If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed. Fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
All right, about 5 yards on the pickup. So the penalty was marked off from where the holding was committed in the backfield. So it was about a 22 or about a 12-yard penalty rather than a 10-yard penalty. So he got 5 yards back. We'll call it 2nd down and 17.
Yeah, and this is an important drive for Latta. They really need to get this score in before the half, if at all possible.
And the quarterback's going to run it himself, LeBron Cobb, but not very far he ain't.
I tell you what, you got to be impressed with the host of tacklers then. That was led by Luke Price, DJ Hardy. There were about 6 guys in on that tackle then.
You know, LeBron Cobb is averaging about 10 yards per carry, and he's not picked up a positive yard yet.
Yeah, this is a tough Wild Gator defense. There's no question about that. And you can see all the hats on that ball then.
So with Latta trailing by 2 scores, we're under a minute to play in the first half. They want to get points on the board before intermission.
Ball's coming out of his hand this time, baby. He's got 4 wideouts. He's got a back in the backfield to help him block. Let's see if Lakeview puts any pressure on the quarterback.
3rd and 17, and he's got 4 wideouts. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and it was blocked away. Nice job on the knockaway, I believe, by Jaden Ford.
Yeah, that was a great play by Ford then. He had good coverage, and he came up and just knocked the ball down. The intended receiver, I think that was Ford, wasn't it?
It was Ford who knocked it away. Here's
you can see the replay right here, and you can see him use his hands so well right here. Both of them go up. Good job. And that's what you teach them to do. When the receiver's behind you, the worst thing you can do is reach up and tip that ball up, because then he's got a chance of catching it on the ground or in the air.
Well, Latta's not going to play around. They're going to go 3 wides and H-back, and they're going to do it again on 4th down and 17. But Coach Eisman says, no, let's talk about it first.
Well, I think that's what you do right here. You got 39 seconds on the clock. You got a chance to score, so why not throw it down the field and see what you can get?
Of course, Conway Medical Center is compassionate care you can trust. And Mr. Sparky, our 2 main sponsors of the Friday Night Rivals. Mr. Sparky is America's on-time electrician. And we want to thank both of them for being a part. They've been a part of this Friday Night Rivals deal for at least 5 years. So, Coach Eisman, I believe, is going to go ahead and leave that offense out there. And LeBron Cobb is your quarterback. And, of course, tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Bath Fitters. 39 seconds remaining. And Latta's taking it inside the 5 and into the end zone and at least once tonight, but each time that's gotten called back. Twice on this drive. So he's got a single back pistol. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. He's looking right this time, throws across the middle, though it's picked off. Intercepted by Camden Humphreys, and Humphreys comes over and takes out the head coach.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the assistant coaches. So
yeah, I'll tell you one thing you got to learn on that sideline is how to get your behind out of the way when it comes to you, baby.
Yeah, I was told.
And you can see right here, he just stepped in front of that. It was a great anticipation on his part. He was going to catch that crosser route. I think what they intended to do was run the defense and get the deep coverage back and hit that crosser route. Now, don't be surprised to see Lakeview throw one up right here, Alan.
Yeah, so Lakeview gets the stop. Latta both teams ranked in the top 10 this week in Class A poll. And now they're going into victory formation, Coach.
Yeah, they're just going down and go in a half. They feel like they got a score and a half up, and they're going to go enjoy it, make some adjustments, and come back out.
The chain gang's having problems getting the.
Well, the thing is, they don't even need to tell anybody here.
Yeah, they got the chains all mixed up. Somebody said the other day, I was watching a college game, that with all the technology we have today and all these first down lines and everything that you can see on TV, and we're still using chains on the sideline.
Still using the chains. You got that right. And we're still using an oblong football.
That's it. And there you go. They're going to run out the clock. I wouldn't think they would have to snap it again, but if you're going to kneel it down on one play, you'll kneel it down on the next. So you might as well just go ahead and head to the locker room or to the sidelines, whichever they do here.
Yeah, the fish.
All right, the clock runs down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's a 14-3 halftime lead for the Wild Gators from just down the road in Lakeview.
And I think it's anybody's game, Alan. And then the other thing is, now, didn't Lakeview get the first kickoff?
Yes, they did, because it was a fumble.
So the Gators are going to have a real important drive on this first drive coming back out.
So we'll come back, and the A&I Fire and Water Restoration halftime report is up next on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
The The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from the Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or foot-long chili cheese coney. Any two for $7. Because that friend that says they only want one bite never just wants one bite. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Bathfitter fits what's important in your life. That might mean a new tub. And with our unique tub-over-tub process, we'll install it in as little as a day. Or it could be a new shower, or converting an old tub into a new shower. Bathfitter offers design options to fit your style and high-quality seamless walls to fit your standards. Why do so many people trust Bathfitter with their baths and showers? It just fits. Call now or visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected across our area. Here to provide solutions that fit your needs. Here to make it easy to switch. Here to build real connections in our community. Here to help you save with a bundle that fits your needs. And most importantly, we're here to keep you connected to what matters most in your life. Connect to HTC today to get the largest fiber optic network in the area and one of the fastest starting speeds.
Robinson Community College offers over 80 programs of study, from mechatronics to surgical technology to welding. Our short-term training programs lead to long-term careers in healthcare, industry, cybersecurity, and more. Start, achieve, become. Robinson Community College. Register for fall 2023 today. Visit robinson.edu for more details.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by Bathfitter.
Right now, Sonic's small hand mix shakes are $1.99 all day. It sells itself, so I'll just list flavors in my sexy voice. Chocolate, strawberry, peanut butter. $1.99 small classic shakes all day at Sonic.
Welcome to the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
It's halftime. The A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report has the Lakeview Wilders in front 14-3. Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after a disaster strikes. And each week, we feature 2 scholar athletes, one from each school. At the end of the season, Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, the punctual plumber, will give one scholarship athlete a $5,000 scholarship. We start with the home team, Nick Lane. He is a good one. Starts on both sides of the football. 4.3 GPA, 4 years varsity on the football team, outstanding player award, and 3 years varsity on the baseball team. Also has won the Coaches Award, the Ryan Lee Award, the Don Cribb Award, and volunteer football lineman in the community leagues. So he basically is a coach for the Pee Wee Leagues here in Latta, and they have their fields just beyond the visitor side of this stadium. So they do all of their work right here at Latta Stadium and the FFA, as well as other community-oriented events. And at Lakeview, Luke King. I wonder if he's any kin to the head coach. I would imagine he would. There's a lot of them good Kings over in Lakeview. A 4.756 GPA, baseball, football, MVP, team captain, state champion in both. State runner-up in football 2 years ago. So the community involvement is out the wazoo. Mullins, Dillon County, Victory, Sports Camp volunteer. The Walterboro St. George Moncks Corner Victory Sports Camp volunteer. Marlboro County reaching out for Jesus. And, of course, the Dillon County reaching out for Jesus campaign. And so just great scholar athletes all the way around here in this community. As we said, the schools are only separated by about 15 miles. There is some relations on both sides. But right now, Lakeview is getting the better of the matchup, 14-3. We'll come back with more of the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report in a moment.
We'll be right back with more from the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Warning, the following Zaxby's ad contains content that may be upsetting to Philadelphians. Fried chicken on a Philly. Finally, the Philly done right. Zaxby's Fried Chicken Philly.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Clogged drains can interrupt your day, and they can be expensive. But did you also know they can be a smelly health hazard that causes waste to back up into your home? Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. We are your plumbing experts. We can unclog your drains, help get rid of that smell, and do it in a way that'll save you time and money. Call us today and keep your pipes flowing.
Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber.
If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
You might have seen our signs in your neighborhood. We're not just your local roofer, we're your neighbors too. We understand how important your home is to you, and we're here to protect it. Hurricane season brings heavy wind and rain and can cause major damage to your roof. We'll have our experts inspect your roof so you can be prepared for the storm ahead.
We're the cutest roofing inspectors in town.
We stand by our promises, and we'll prove it to you.
Clean water. We use it in different ways, from bathing to drinking to brushing our teeth. But do you know what's in your water? With a Brita Pro whole home water filtration system from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, you can take control of your water quality, and your family can enjoy cleaner, better tasting water right from your own tap. Call us today and learn more about a brand new Brita Pro whole home water filtration system today.
Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber.
If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers, and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly. But the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Welcome to the ANI Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Tony Zach from Ben Franklin Plumbing in Florence now for almost 2 years, coming up here pretty quickly. Just the excitement of knowing that you're growing your brand, but also helping those nice folks in Florence.
Oh, yeah. You know, and plumbing is such a demand item.
Tell me about it.
When you have a plumbing issue, usually you need somebody quick. So we've been in the PD now with Benjamin Franklin Plumbing for 2 years. And we're seeing a lot of activity, and we want to thank everybody in the PD for taking care of us, and that's why we're part of this program here as well, to give back to our community and highlight some of these student athletes.
And you've done such a great job, one of the original sponsors for this event. And I'll tell you what, we appreciate everything you do, especially with the Scholar Athlete and everything else, man. You're a rock star, my friend.
Well, we really enjoy being part of it. Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Big pitch and catch. Eludes one defender. 2, 3, 4. Great job there by LaMichael Mitchell. And he's still on his feet. LaMichael Mitchell. Great play by Mitchell. And he's going to carry the recipe now into the red zone and close to a touchdown.
Miller, end zone. This might be it. Caught! Touchdown! Ethan Driver. Are you kidding me?
Rejoining you live on Comets. Handoff goes up the middle to Dino Burke, and he breaks the tackle. There he goes. Dino Burke 30. Dino Burke 40. Changing direction. Has a lot of room in front of him. There he goes. 30, 25, 20. Dino Burke, 97 yards.
Now, the last touch. Spartanburg would like a little breathing room, but a Gaffney pick will turn that aside. Here comes Andrew Root, who's done a little bit of everything defensively for Gaffney tonight. They've set up a wall, and he's going to take it all the way inside the Spartanburg 10-yard line.
And they kick it directly to Trevor Pike from zone 20. And Pike is on the run. Pike eludes one defender, and he's still on his feet. Clock runs out, but he's still running, and he's still running. Here comes Trevor Pike. 30, 20, 10, into the end zone. Touchdown!
We'll be right more from the ANI Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Hello, everybody. Cecil Chandler from Myrtle Beach Hyundai. What do you look for when you're buying a new car? Low interest rates? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. The best warranty? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. Top-notch service. Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. Great gas mileage? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has that too. So what are you waiting on? Come on down to the new luxury Myrtle Beach Hyundai and test drive a 2023 Hyundai. Remember, here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai, we treat you like family.
When it comes to protecting the environment, we're all on the same team. Horry County Solid Waste Authority has a game plan for protecting tomorrow's environment today. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Visit solidwasteauthority.org for more information. The Horry County Solid Waste Authority is protecting tomorrow's environment today. Do your part to help reduce pollution caused by waste. Just remember these 3 words: reduce, reuse, recycle. Visit solidwasteauthority.org for more helpful information.
Robinson Community College offers over 80 programs of study, from mechatronics to surgical technology to welding. Our short-term training programs lead to long-term careers in healthcare, industry, cybersecurity, and more. Start, achieve, become. Robinson Community College. Register for fall 2023 today. Visit robinson.edu for more details.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
There's a new flavor in Hardee's Craft Kitchen. Nashville Hot Chicken. Juicy, 100% white meat dipped in buttermilk, hand-breaded and seasoned to bring the heat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? New Nashville Hot is goodness in the making.
Welcome to the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Todd Setzer from A&I joining us now. Appreciate it. I had some issues at my house last summer. You came out, your team, and fixed it up. I mean, just tell all the nice folks out there what kind of service you provide.
Well, we appreciate you trusting us, and that's what we do. So we're in the disaster restoration business 24/7. So if something bad happens at your house, think about things from a water leak, from a toilet or a dishwasher, water heater, something catastrophic like a fire. And so that's what we do. So we have crews there 24/7, and we do emergency response. And we're a general contractor. We focus on disaster restoration repairs. We can basically take care of everything for you, start to finish, 365 days a year.
You've been a sponsor of the End Zone for a long time, almost 25 years. We appreciate it. So what's that mean to know that you're one of the biggest sponsors for one of the biggest shows on the Grand Strand?
And we're not going anywhere. So I said we're about to celebrate our 50th year next year, and so we got a lot of running room. So please let us know. We look forward to the sponsorship, and we appreciate what y'all do.
All right. Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Back here at Latta, as the Vikings trailing Lakeview right now, their arch rivals 14-3. It has region playoff and championship implications, but Lakeview holding their own right now, up by 2 scores. But there are a couple of other games, Coach, that have some championship implications. In Region 6 4A, we've got South Florence and Myrtle Beach, the only 2 undefeated teams in the region, playing in Myrtle Beach. Actually, it's at South Florence, and South is up 21-0 in the second quarter. And Carolina Forest is leading Sumter in Region 6 5A 7-0 in the second quarter. So the 2 Grand Strand teams need to get her done. But stick around after the game for the CW's regularly scheduled Friday night lineup of shows. Penn and Teller at 10 p.m. and the Spencer Sisters at 11. But after the game, flip over to ABC News 15 for all the highlights from our area on the End Zone with Sports Director Brendan Dunn and Andrew James. The End Zone starts promptly at 11:20 on ABC 15 News. Coming back with more of your Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky from Latta.
We'll be right back with more from the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
They said break bread with your enemies.
You're not wanted in this town.
I say go further.
Keep walking.
Take their favorite sandwich, break it, fill it up with delicious fried chicken. That'll show them you really care. Zaxby's Fried Chicken Philly.
Fried chicken on a Philly?
That's how they show love in Philly. Now I must eat you. It's fried chicken on a Philly!
Is that Dolph Lundgren?
CMC Orthopedics has the team you need to keep you on the move. These specialists in sports medicine, joint replacement, shoulder and elbow, hand and wrist, hip and knee, foot and ankle, spine care, and comprehensive pain management use the latest technologies and advanced treatments. Nationally recognized and fellowship trained at some of the top hospitals in the country, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by Bathfitter.
Right now, Sonic's small hand mix shakes are $1.99 all day. It sells itself, so I'll just list flavors in my sexy voice. Chocolate, strawberry, peanut butter. $1.99 small classic shakes all day at Sonic.
Tony Zach from Mr. Sparky joining us now. 2 years in the PD up in the Florence area. You've been helping folks out there. You got to be excited about just building your brand, but also helping those nice folks up in the Florence area.
Oh, yeah. You know, we've actually had several scholarships come from that area as well.
You're correct.
It's nice to spread it around. We're up there. My wife's from that area, and we've really enjoyed being in the Florence area, helping those student athletes out as well as the beach area. So it's been a good thing.
I know you're trying to expand a little bit. What's been the biggest thing you've seen in Florence?
Well, between plumbing and electrical, you know, I think our clients are just real happy to have us out there and having somebody who's available 24/7, being able to be there, give them options of how to repair things and doing it the right way.
All right, so if you need any help, Florence, he's your man right here, Mr. Sparks. Appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Brendan and Tony, for the longtime support as the teams are back on the field, getting ready to kick off this second half. And Lakeview coach got both of their touchdowns early and held on. Latta had a couple of chances to score late, but penalties and turnovers kill you.
Yeah, and I think the only difference here is just, Lakeview in the red zone. They've been able to stick it in down there. And, of course, looking at the first half stats, they're pretty even. You got Lakeview running the football 62 yards, 43 passing, total of 105. And they were 2 for 4 throwing the ball, which is about what we expected. And then for Latta, you got 85 rushing, 20 passing. So they've got 105 yards as well. So they were 1 for 5 in the air. So the statistics look the same. The score is a little bit different now. If I'm not mistaken, Lakeview is going to get the ball on the kickoff. Is that correct?
Yes, Lakeview won the toss, deferred their decision to the second half. Latta received the opening kickoff, but they fumbled it around, and the guy picked it up and then fumbled it back to Lakeview. So they will get the ball first to start the second half as well.
Yeah, and in my mind, that gives them an extra possession, and it could be important because I think the key for Latta here is to stop them right here. They can't allow them to go up 2.5 scores. If they do, they're going to be chasing them the rest of the ball game. So I think it's important to get a big stop on this first series.
So Latta will kick it off from right to left. The Wild Gators with a 2-score lead, 14-3. Back to receive for for Lakeview. If I can find my receivers here. For some reason, I can't. It's DJ Hardy, Caden Ford, and Cam Humphreys. But they've kicked it short each of the first 2 times, and they're going to do it again, but it's going to be caught and brought back by...
And we had a big hit there by
Bellman.
Yeah, had a big hit then by number 7 for the Vikings, the middle linebacker Dorian Griffin. He came down and laid a lick on him.
Yeah, Bellman was one of the deep backs, but he's not normally a return man. But Tamir Bellman caught that short kick and gives them a decent field position at the 36 to start.
Yeah, and the kicking game hadn't been really all that important here, other than some mistakes that have been made in the kicking game.
We said that Latta had a good kicker, and the left footer nailed the only kick of the score, 27-yard field goal in the first half. And here's a give right up the middle to Tyrell Foxworth. And Foxworth goes for about 6, maybe 7.
And that tackle was made by Eli Jones in the outside backer. And, Alan, I'm always curious to see how an offense or how a defense changes up going into the halftime. Now, defensively, I think you're going to see both of these teams do what they did in the first half because they had success. But we may see the wrinkles they'll be on offense, in my opinion.
So the full house backfield, wishbone formation for Kason Herlong. He hands off on the counter, this time to Jaden Ford, and Ford bounces close to a first down.
And again, Dorian Griffin made the play on that, the middle linebacker, but after they got the first down.
Myrtle Beach Sunday first down, move the chains at the 47-yard line. So Herlong gets the play from the sideline, and you can bet that Coach Darrell King now just wants to keep it on the ground between the tackles as much as possible.
Yeah, if he can keep those 2 tight ends and 3 backs in the game and move the football and get first downs, he's probably going to keep doing that.
He gives it to the fullback this time, Demarius MacArthur, and MacArthur is stoned right at the line of scrimmage.
And all I saw then was number 2, Eli Jones. He came up and put a sting on him, I'm telling you. He actually took the guard that was trying to block him and pushed him into the back.
He luckily gets the benefit of the doubt back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
And again, they've been between the tackles entirely so far. And I think that they had a good bit of success in the first half outside the tackle, so don't be surprised to see it here.
And I'm wondering if Latta goes with this 6-down lineman formation on defense all the time, or they're just employing it tonight for the first time.
Yeah, and that tackle was by Eli Jones. I think, Alan, to answer your question, one of the things that you do defensively, if you're a 6-man front, you're also a 4-man front. It just kind of depends on what the other team's doing. So everybody has a base 4-man or 3-man front. And then off of that, they can get 5 on the line, they can get 6 on the line, just depending on what kind of set you're getting from the other team.
A lot of times you have the 2 with their knuckles in the dirt and 2 stand-up defensive ends.
Yes.
Here we got 4 knuckles in the dirt and 2 defensive ends.
Yes.
So we've got an offset backfield. No wishbone this time. He's got a wide out, and he's looking to throw to him. And there's a lot. Great coverage. Almost intercepted by Sladen Strickland.
I tell you what, I thought Strickland did a great job with his coverage. He got in his grill. He turned on the ball. If you watch him right here, he's running step to step with him and turns around at the exact right time to make that play. Other than catching it, it was perfect.
Yeah, he saw Jaden Ford's eyes light up, didn't he, Coach?
Oh, yeah.
Turned right.
And, if you watch them on Saturday and Sunday, most of the time they never turn around to look at a ball, but it's because it's typically thrown a little deeper, and if you turn around, you're going to lose a step.
Here's our halftime scholar athlete, Luke King, gets a good kick away. He's the punter, and lead block. Nice job by Latta, using his blocker, picked up an extra 5 yards. Cartrell Townsend.
Yep. I thought he did a good job on that run back then, Alan, because he really, I thought he was going to fair catch it based on where it was kicked.
Cartrell Townsend just kind of threw his blocker out in front to to get that guy that was about to bear down on him.
He helped him with his block.
Yep. Our spotter again tonight, Landis Clark. Our statistician, Paul Gable. I'm Ellen Smothers. Chuck Jordan is beside me in the booth, and Rodney Berry is down on the sideline for us on the Friday Night Rivals broadcast. Got 3 deep defensive backs on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to carry a couple of would-be ball carriers with him. LeBron Cobb for about 6-7 yards.
Yeah, and he just ran another Q counter, and he's doing that a lot, sending the backs one way, leading the linemen the other way, and getting them behind them. and it's been very effective because he is their second best runner.
Yep.
He is actually behind Jones in yardage, total yardage rushing.
Yeah, Jones over 1,300 yards on the year. Cobb at just over 600.
And, you know, they've done a good job containing Jones most of the night, Alan. They really have.
Cobb gives off to the second man through. That's Zamaria Bethea.
And breaks through, gets about 4 extra from the first down. And they basically ran a counter. Then they used Damari to fake in the line on the right and then gave it to him on the left.
Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Moves the chains again. Out across the 35 at the 36. Cobb stays in at quarterback. He's got Jamarian Jones. He brings Pernell Leggett wide to the near side. Leggett looks like he's dragging a paw there.
Yes, he does.
In the slot is McKinley Wallace. So 2 receivers to the boundary side left. Twin back pistol. Hands off to Jones. Jones cuts it. Actually, it was the quarterback. Cobb keeps it himself. Pulls it back on the read option across the 40 down to the 38-yard line of Lakeview.
And I don't see any flags on the ground. That's been the biggest hindrance this game. It seems like the big runs we've had flags, and that hurt Latta last time. You can see on the replay, basically he hit it up in there and then cut it back behind the grain. And
that was the play before.
That was the play before, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the play before. But the play that just run there, he faked to Jamarian Jones going to the right side and went back left on the counter.
Absolutely.
So you got 1st and 10 on the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down, about a 30-yard pickup. And they give it off this time to Jones, and Jones is tracked from behind. Good tackle by Landon King.
Well, I tell you got to give Lakeview a lot of credit. They have not allowed Jones to be their killer yet because he's a guy that's been kind of sticking the knife into every other defense, but he hadn't been able to do that tonight.
So 2nd down 10. King in great pursuit from behind. He's the backup strong side backer. And you've got Cobb back in at quarterback. Could see Cartrell Townsend a few times. And again, Leggett limping a little bit, but stays in the ball game. Wallace splits wide to the right. Sideline to sideline. Ball's in the middle of the field. Twin back pistol. Snap. They put it in the belly of the running back. Jones again. Jones turns the corner and is run out of bounds.
You know, Alan, I've learned the hard way about those receivers that come out there limping to line up. Because all they want you to do is just move up a little bit closer so they can run by you.
DJ Hardy on the tackle, pushing him out of bounds at the 33. So about a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 5. So maybe a possession down here for Latta. Down by 2 scores. We're midway through the 3rd quarter. Low snap, but they hand off to Zamari Bethea. Bethea looks like he fell forward for enough.
Yes, he did.
Now, wait a minute. Okay, the officials finally say move the sticks. So he got it inside the 30 at the 27-yard line.
And you know, Alan, this is the best rhythm. This is the best rhythm, I think, that Latta's had offensively yet.
Yep. Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. You got Leggett to the near side right. Wallace to the far side left. Bethea and Jones in the backfield with Cobb. Cobb keeps it himself, cuts it back to the left. He got big yardage on the last time he did this. And he gets moderate yardage this time inside the 20, about an 8-yard pickup. In the red zone.
Yeah, got something on the ground back there, but I think it was a hand towel.
Yeah, we'll give him 9 yards on that carry. 2nd down and 1, so a nice job. When Cobb has kept it, he's been able to avoid several arm tackles.
Yes, he has. He's got a lot of quickness. Just got to make sure he protects that football.
LeBron Cobb, 6'3", 178-pound senior. Takes the snap. Hands off to Jones. Jones finds a big hole. He's inside the 10, close to the 9. It's going to be first and goal on the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Move those chains.
Again, they surely did their homework at halftime. And, of course, you got 3 coming off the field limping.
That's Leggett. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
is
Jones.
Jamarian Jones, so he's the ball carrier. Legett's been limping like that for a while.
Amir Rogers has been playing a lot of defense. He's coming in on offense here.
Leggett splits to the left. Wallace to the right.
Yes, it is.
Now he's bringing in Amir Rogers at tailback. He's to the right of Jabron Cobb. LeBron Cobb gives it to Bethea. Bethea is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Nice job.
And that tackled in, yeah, that was made by number 17, Dawson Hunt. Did a good job of stopping him cold.
Dawson's the top tackler on this Gator defense. He and Zydarius Inman, they call Z-Dog. He's the nose guard, and right behind him is Dawson Hunt.
Yeah, it's tough inside of there, and what they've been able to do is run a little bit of counter on them and then get the ball outside, either on a jet or a pull sweep.
Jamarian Jones reinserted into the ball game. Same alignment. Wallace right. Leggett left. Twin back pistol. Tied into the near side. And he puts it in the belly, but keeps it himself and runs to the 5. LeBron Cobb.
Cobb made a good read then, Allen, because that end closed down, but he was a little bit late doing it, and he kept it in his belly a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's a pure read option, and every time that Cobb has kept it, he's gained positive yards. It's going to be third down and goal, though, from the 5-yard line. Big play for the Latta offense.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough. I think they're going to probably have to go for it here. I think 6 is going. It's good to get 3 more.
Two down.
Yeah, but 8 points puts them back in a tie game, so it's kind of hard to say what to do right here. I sure would love to get it in on this one.
Right. Third and goal from the 5. Twin back pistol. He gives it off to Jones, and Jones shakes and bakes his way into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown run. Jamarian Jones, that's his 20th touchdown of the season.
Now, what you want to do right here, you got to ask yourself the question. Do you want 1 or 2?
I'm thinking 1, Coach. What are you thinking?
Well, you're looking at a 14-9 game, which is a 5-point game. If you can get 2, you're in a 1-score game with a field goal. But I think right here with the kicker they've got, I believe I'd kick it.
I believe I'd kick it, too, and then not chase that extra point. But looks like we've got timeout on the field. They're going to discuss whether to go for 1 or 2.
Well, the thing about it, Alan, you are going to chase that point if you end up with 10.
Right, exactly. If they don't get the 2-point conversion.
That's right. So it really, at this point in the game, it gets to be somewhat of a question for you. We got a personal foul on Latta. Now, here's what's happening. I don't know if he's going to assess this on the kickoff.
That's what he just said. He'll assess it on the kickoff.
Because that's good news for him, because that makes that 1 point very hard to get.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who the personal foul was on or what it was about. It didn't look like there was an excessive celebration.
Yeah, I didn't see much myself, but they're on the field, and they got bird's eye view, so they ought to see it. We got a mama down there fixing to whoop up on one of the officials.
Yeah, she's not happy.
No, not at all.
Coaching staff's not happy either, so they've been out on the field for a while. All right, now we finally got organization. We got a conclusion that they're going to go for 2, Coach.
Yep, they're going for 2. That was an 11-play, 82-yard drive, 6 minutes. That's the longest drive we've had yet.
We're almost 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's Cobb. Cobb looking to keep it himself, and he is going to get in, I believe.
I don't think he got in, Alan.
No, they got the knee down before the ball crossed the line of the end zone, so it's going to be 14-9 when we come back from this timeout as Conway Medical Center presents Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Clogged drains can interrupt your day, and they can be expensive. But did you also know they can be a smelly health hazard that causes waste to back up into your home? Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. We are your plumbing experts. We can unclog your drains, help get rid of that smell, and do it in a way that'll save you time and money. Call us today and keep your pipes flowing.
Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber.
If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
There's a new flavor in Hardee's Craft Kitchen. Nashville Hot Chicken. Juicy, 100% white meat dipped in buttermilk, hand-breaded and seasoned to bring the heat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, new Nashville Hot is goodness in the making.
Guys, I think it might actually be warmer outside.
Sorry, the heat pump went out.
Dude, you've got to call Carolina Cool.
For real.
Hi, folks. Berlin Wolf at Carolina Cool. If your heat pump isn't giving you the comfort you deserve, turn to the experts with Carolina Cool and Carrier. Let us turn your home into a comfort zone before the next field goal.
Carolina Cool. Carolina Cool.
That's cool. When it comes to protecting the environment, we're all on the same team. Horry County Solid Waste Authority has a game plan for protecting tomorrow's environment today. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Visit solidwasteauthority.org for more information. The Horry County Solid Waste Authority is protecting tomorrow's environment today. Do your part to help reduce pollution caused by waste. Just remember these 3 words: reduce, reuse, recycle. Visit solidwasteauthority.org for more helpful information.
Back for 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Bath Fitters.
Well, you know, Alan, so far this half, I think that score was real important, but I think the real thing that was important was the drive they were able to stop. That first drive that Lakeview got down and didn't score.
Well, I guess Coach Eisman, Coach Eisman figured that if they did kick the extra point, they still got to score a touchdown to win.
Yeah,
and you can
exactly.
score a touchdown to win if you don't get it.
And that's exactly what his thought process. I would stand by his call there. I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, and here's a nice, good kick on a 2-step drop. It's a free ball, but it bounces right up into the hands of Sladen Strickland. And Strickland, excuse me.
You were on the wrong board.
Yeah, I was on the wrong board.
No, that was...
Strickland didn't return that. Rogers made the tackle.
That was Tamir Bellman.
Tamir Bellman, yeah. He's returned the last 2. And so Latta scores their first touchdown of the ball game. 2-point conversion is not good, as the quarterback, LeBron Cobb, went down with inches to spare.
Well, and they're in a 1-score game now. That's you always want to be there. You want to be within reach. Had an early whistle there. It must have been somebody. We had a timeout that Latta had called prior to the whistle.
All right, Latta must not have liked the offensive alignment they saw from the Gators there. Kason Herlong is still at quarterback. And we'll look at some scores from around the area while we have timeout here. Let's see if I can get a score stream to pop up some new ones for us, Coach.
Yeah, I usually contribute to some of those, but I left my phone in my car, so I can't help much in my truck.
It's not opening up anyway, so we're not able to. Okay, here we go. Hartsville now leading North Myrtle Beach 21-7. Aner over Waccamaw 26-7. It is South Florence 28-0 over Myrtle Beach. Carolina Forest still holding a 10-7 lead over Sumter. Carver's Bay shutting out Scotts Branch 27-0. Johnsonville over East Clarendon 14-7. Let's see. Hannah Pamplico trailing Lamar. This is in this region. Lamar 21-14, a close game. So Trey Woodbury's team's hanging in there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see between these two teams and Lamar how that shakes out, Alan, because Lamar is obviously kind of got to step up right now because they've got to win over one of these teams, over Latta.
Over Latta. They are 1-0 in the region.
But it will go down to them and Lakeview, because it could still, even if Latta's able to beat Lakeview, it would be a three-way tie.
Absolutely. And here's the give to the fullback, and he is stopped right away. He actually just ran into the defensive front and stopped.
Yeah, I thought I heard a whistle then, Alan, somewhere. I don't know. Somebody might have.
The carrier, Foxworth, 5'7", 170-pound junior, just popped right at the line of scrimmage and stopped. So we'll call it 2nd down and 10. And it was Michael McKenzie, Nick Lane right there on that left side made the stop. Nick Lane and his brother Noah Lane, 2 biggies for Latta here. And here's the offset eye with twin receivers to the left. Here's an awkward situation for Lakeview. They're going to throw, but he's being flushed. Herlong, he just needs to get rid of it, and he does. He got out of the pocket, was being chased by Jacoby German and Nick Lane.
He sure was being chased, because I tell you, that's one of those situations. He wanted to get his shoulders upfield so he could get rid of the football, but he had such a tough chase on that he couldn't do that.
2 minutes exactly to play in the third quarter, as Latta's still clinging to a 1-score lead, or Lakeview 14-9. They scored their 2 touchdowns early and have been shut out since. And they've got a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, dropping to pass. Now it's a draw play up the middle to Foxworth, and Foxworth open field blasting.
And that was Sladen Strickland, Allen. He made a big play then, because had he not, he would have kept running a while. You can see right here, Sladen comes in and just kind of nips him at the knee and takes him down. That was a great play by him then.
Yeah, Sladen up from his free safety spot. 6'2", 160-pound senior, and, man, he was quick as a hiccup on that play. 2-yard gain.
And, you know, I tell you, I was real impressed with the punt last time. That was actually Luke King, and he hit it well.
He's taking another snap here. He gets this one off not as far, but it's a good spiral, and it takes a huge Lakeview roll.
Really good bounce.
Down to the 22-yard line, so Latta is going to have it back with a chance to either take the lead or get within a score.
Other than the first score, this is their first opportunity with the ball to take the lead.
Yep.
Actually, the first opportunity all game long to take a lead with the ball.
With the ball, so second half has been good to them so far. And
they got a long field right here, though, Alan. And I tell you, Lakeview is pretty daggone tough on defense, so they really going to have to play well to continue to move it like they did on that first drive.
LeBron Cobb back in at quarterback. Twin back pistol. Single receivers wide, left and right. And he goes to the left side. It's Jamarian Jones. Jones pulled down from behind by DJ Hardy.
Yeah, I tell you what, he pulled him down with some authority, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And, you know, it looked just about like a horse collar, but you knew it wasn't because of the way he spinned him around. You can see him get him by his pads right here and just spin him around.
Boom. Yeah, he got him yeah. by the torso.
Yeah.
It was not a horse collar. Good tackle. 5'6", 145-pound senior is Hardy.
You know, I think our officials have done a good job tonight, Alan. They've controlled this game well. It's a very well contested game and also a very well officiated game, in my opinion.
Very clean game.
Yes.
That's what I like to see. And quarterback's going to keep it himself as he put it in the belly of Jones and almost kept it too long there, but pulled it back and gained about 5, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, you know, that combination of plays that they're running right now, Alan, which is that zone read, but it's an outside zone read, has been tough on Lakeview.
All right, the end of the third quarter. We go to the final 12 minutes. 14-9. Lakeview leads it, but Latta's got the ball, and they're on the move when we come back right here to the Conway Medical Center. Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from the Sonic Cheeseburger, Chicken Sandwich, or Foot-Long Chili Cheese Coney. Any two for $7. Because that friend that says they only want one bite never just wants one bite. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
You might have seen our signs in your neighborhood. We're not just your local roofer. We're your neighbors, too. We understand how important your home is to you, and we're here to protect it. Hurricane season brings heavy wind and rain and can cause major damage to your roof. We'll have our experts inspect your roof so you can be prepared for the storm ahead.
We're the cutest roofing inspectors in town.
We stand by our promises, and we'll prove it to you.
Hello, everybody. Cecil Chandler from Myrtle Beach Hyundai. What do you look for when you're buying a new car? Low interest rates? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. The best warranty? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. Top-notch service? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has it. Great gas mileage? Myrtle Beach Hyundai has that too. So what are you waiting on? Come on down to the new luxury Myrtle Beach Hyundai and test drive a 2023 Hyundai. Remember, here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai, we treat you like family.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected across our area. Here to provide solutions that fit your needs. Here to make it easy to switch. Here to build real connections in our community. Here to help you save with a bundle that fits your needs. And most importantly, we're here to keep you connected to what matters most in your life. Connect to HTC today to get the largest fiber optic network in the area and one of the fastest starting speeds.
Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by Bath Fitter.
Right now, Sonic's small hand mix shakes are $1.99 all day. It sells itself, so I'll just list flavors in my sexy voice.
Chocolate, strawberry, peanut butter.
$1.99 small classic shakes all day at Sonic.
Tony Zach from Mr. Sparky joining us now. 2 years in the PD up in the Florence area. You've been helping folks out there. You got to be excited about just building your brand, but also helping those nice folks up in the Florence area.
Oh, yeah. You know, we've actually had several scholarships come from that area as well.
You're
so
correct.
It's nice to spread it around. We're up there. My wife's from that area, and we've really enjoyed being in the Florence area, helping those student athletes out as well as the beach area. So it's been a good thing.
I know you're trying to expand a little bit. What's been the biggest thing you've seen in Florence?
Well, between plumbing and electrical, you know, I think our clients are just real happy to have us out there and having somebody who's available 24/7, being able to be there, give them options of how to repair things and doing it the right way.
All right, so if you need any help, Florence, he's your man right here, Mr. Sparks. Appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thanks, Brandon. And as we have 36 minutes in the books, Lakeview leads the home team, the Latta Vikings, 14-9. And the Vikings have the football. Tonight's closed captioning, exclusively brought to you by the Bath Fitters. And quarterback LeBron Cobb will switch his backs from one side to the other. He's got Jamari Bethea to his left and Jamarian Jones to his right. And he draws a Lakeview defensive lineman offside. The Z-Dog was a little anxious there, Coach.
Yeah, and that was a 3rd and 3, too, Alan. So that's a big play for him. You don't have to get that first down. So they go from 3rd and 3 to 1st and 10. They in good shape.
Move those chains on the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Before they even snap one off in the fourth quarter, they get a fresh set of downs. And Zamari Bethea has carried more tonight than he had carried at any point coming into this game. 3 carries for 17 yards. Tonight he has 5 carries for about 28 yards.
Yeah, and I think part of that is that the running back's been a little hurt. And I know he didn't play. Jones didn't play last week, and that's part of the reason he hadn't had as many snaps this week, I'm sure.
Cobb on the read option kept it himself, but not as successful as the past several plays called like that. No gain on the play. Second down, 10. So, and Coach, I know your son's team over there at South Florence, big winner or big leader tonight so far, but they are ranked number 5 in the Carolinas top 25. North Carolina and South Carolina, all classifications, public and private, ranked together. South Florence number 5 in the Carolinas.
Yeah, and that's despite his coaching.
Uh-oh. Here's a big look. Jamarian Jones. He's at the 30, avoids the tackler, still on his feet inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line.
Alan, that's the most explosive play we've seen tonight. It's kind of the first time all the stands have been up on their feet yet.
Well, look back in the backfield.
And
Coach.
there goes a tackle. A flag. I'll be daggone.
Every big play for Latta tonight has resulted in a penalty. Every big play has been called back by an offensive penalty. That was about a 40-yard gain.
Yes, it was, and finally got to holding on the offense, which that's typically where a holding call is thrown. Of course, we're getting some boos out of the crowd, but I'm sure they saw what they saw. Coach is talking to him right now because he wants it from the spot of the play, but they're not going to give it to him from the spot of the play.
Yeah,
they're going to give it to him from the spot of the penalty.
Yep. So it's about an 11-yard penalty again. And I tell you what.
That's about a 50-yard penalty.
That's true. That's about a 50-yard penalty. But here's the problem. As soon as I saw the big play, I looked back.
See, I've taught you something, Alan. See that?
You have. I looked back to see, and sure enough, there was the yellow hanky on the field. So it nullifies a 40-yard gain, and it's second down and 21. There's Jamarian Jones again, this time not as successful. 6 foot, 170-pound senior taken down after a gain of 1, and now we're going to have some naughty words said afterwards.
Yeah, and I got a feeling that, what it looked like was that it was on a Latta player, but it's really hard to tell from up here.
Yeah, I think it's on Latta. No, it's on Lakeview.
On the Wild Gators. Well, I'll tell you this. Okay. Coach chewed somebody's behind out anyway.
Landis Clark, our spotter, said it was on Luke Price, who gave him a little business after the play was over.
Okay.
Gave him some business, as Ron Cherry would say. Gave him the business. So it's a first down. That's
Boy,
a huge play for Latta.
That was a big play for them. Particularly, they were in a bad spot with that 1st and 25.
The fans are stomping their feet. That's why you see the cameras rumbling like that as they're shaking the press box here. And it's 1st and 10. They give up the middle to Zamari Bethea. And Bethea falls forward for a yard. We'll call it second down and 9 at the 50.
Doesn't get much. I think
at the 49.
I think that probably Humphreys came up and helped on that tackle then from the secondary.
Yeah, they'll give them a half yard to the 49, so it'll be second down and 9. So 10 minutes on the rolling clock here in the fourth quarter. Lakeview bending but not breaking just yet. But Lakeview has had at least 3 plays and a touchdown called back in this game, Coach.
You mean Latta?
Latta.
Yes.
Yes, Latta. 3 big plays and a touchdown called back.
Well, and there again, you got to be able to do it right, and that includes part of that.
And they hand off to Jamarian Jones. Jones looking for a hole. He finds the corner, runs over a would-be tackler, and picks up the Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down 13-yard gain.
And that was Luke King on the tackle, but it wasn't after he had to turn and run and chase him down. Because when a linebacker's got to make the tackle with his back turned, that's when you know it's a good game.
Luke King came from behind as he just rolled over Luke Price. And it's 1st and 10 at the 41 of Lakeview.
And this is, you kind of feel that Lakeview, that Latta is kind of gaining the momentum right now. They seem to have had it coming back out in this second half. We can see if they can sustain it.
They need a touchdown to win. Down by 5. Touchdown to take the lead, if you will. Twin receivers, one right and left. They hand off to Jones, and Jones slides past one tackler, but only a gain of 2.
And that tackle was made by Daniel Ray, then the defensive end. And there again, that was a big play for them. They just got to keep this in a workable down because you know they're in 4-down territory down here. They're going to go for it. They need that score, and they're on a short enough field that they're going to go for it.
Jamarian Jones, had he not had those long runs called back, he'd still be on his 13 yards per carry average, but no, those being negated, he's only been picking up 2 and 3 yards at a pop.
Yes, he's had to earn his yardage tonight against this Wild Gator defense.
2nd down and 8. After the 2-yard gain, they fake to him, quarterback keeper. That's LeBron Cobb. Cobb breaks 2-3 tackles and picks up another Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down inside the 30. And you're right, Coach. The momentum is all on the Viking side right now.
No doubt. And I tell you, when you see that was Z-Dog in, Zajarius Inman, you can see on this play. But when you have a defensive line that has to make that tackle down the field, again, you know it's a big pickup. And that wears those big guys out, too, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Z-Dog's 6 foot, 260 pounds.
Yeah, Z-Dog been eating pork chops.
He's been running downfield, though. That's pretty good for him. So 7.5 minutes to play. Plenty of time. Both teams. You got Wallace to the right, Leggett to the left. 4-down lineman for Lakeview. They give off to Jones. Jones cuts it back into the teeth of the Latta defense down to the 21. So it's going to be about 3 yards short.
And again, most of the tackles are coming from the secondary, or if they're defensive linemen, they seem to have their back turned to the play when they're making it, which gives you an indication they're getting some good positive yardage just about on every play. And you know, the other thing is they played a lot of snaps on defense this half.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. Lakeview's defense has been out there a long time. Latta in the all green tonight. Hunter green and Lakeview in the royal blue breeches, the white jerseys and blue numbers, gold trim, gold helmets. Those traditional LV on the helmets. Quarterback keeper. He's looking for a hole around the left side. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down for the Vikings.
And again, Camden Humphreys made the tackle here, number 5. And again, that's where the tackles are coming from now. The linebackers hadn't been near as active in this quarter or in this half.
Here comes Jamarian Jones back. And let's see who else we've got in the backfield with Jones. I believe Zamari Bethay is still in there. He is. LeBron Cobb at quarterback, the ball all the way on the left hash. He splits a receiver wide to the right and one to the boundary left. Here's the snap and the 2-back pistol, and he gets to the quarterback before he's able to hand it off.
Yeah, and I think that's the first negative yardage play they've had, Alan, but that was Dawson Hunt then. He blitzed. He came up from the middle and just kind of split the blocks.
It's almost as if he knew the play call.
Yeah, well, he took a gamble then, and it was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he got to the quarterback just as he was about to give off to either Bethay or Jones.
And this is the worst D&D that Latta's had yet on this drive. They certainly have controlled the football in this second half.
So second down, 12. After picking up the first down, Dawson Hunt came in and blowed up that next play. And now we've got a timeout called by somebody. No, a delay of game. Boy, that's going to hurt them. Instead of 2nd and 11, it's 2nd and 16.
Well, again, keep in mind they're in 4-down territory. They've got 3 downs to get it right here, and of course they got to make up 18 yards of 17.
So 2nd down and 16.
They've got the twin set into the boundary, so don't be surprised to see an end run out here.
As a read option, quarterback keeps.
And he's just reading the fool out of that outside zone. He's reading that defensive end. If the defensive end comes upfield, then he keeps the football. If the defensive end works works down, then he gives it to the back.
Only about a 2-yard pickup. And we got an injured Lakeview Wild Gators, and we'll take a break while they attend to him with 4:35 to play. It's the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky.
Warning, the following Zaxby's ad contains content that may be upsetting to Philadelphians. Fried chicken on a Philly. Finally, the Philly done right. Zaxby's Fried Chicken Philly.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
CMC Orthopedics has the team you need to keep you on the move. These specialists in sports medicine, joint replacement, shoulder and elbow, hand and wrist, hip and knee, foot and ankle, spine care, and comprehensive pain management use the latest technologies and advanced treatments. Nationally recognized and fellowship trained at some of the top hospitals in the country, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly, but the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Robinson Community College offers over 80 programs of study, from mechatronics to surgical technology to welding. Our short-term training programs lead to long-term careers in healthcare, industry, cybersecurity, and more. Start, achieve, become. Robinson Community College. Register for fall 2023 today. Visit robinson.edu for more details.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, but not all of it is clean enough to drink. With the Brita Pro Whole Home Water Filtration System from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, your family can enjoy cleaner, better tasting water right from your own tap. Call us today and learn more about a brand new Brita Pro Whole Home Water Filtration System today.
Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber.
If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Back at Latta, it's 14-9 with the Vikings driving. And, Coach, my cute comment in the pregame probably might come to pass. I said we could play this game in a phone booth and be out of here in an hour and a half. Well, we're barely playing 2 hours, and we're down to the final 4:35.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's been a well-played game, Alan. I think on the part of the officials in both teams,
Yep.
and it's going to come down to just a few plays.
So Latta with 3rd down and 14. Big play here, but as Coach often says, 2-down territory for the Vikings. 2-back pistol. Snap to him, fire across the middle. Is it caught? Touchdown! McKinley Wallace.
Boy, he threaded that football in. If we can get a look at that, he put it in between 2 defenders, and he threw it with some authority then. That was mighty pretty. Mackenzie Wallace made a great catch. See if we can see it here. Boom, he put that between defenders. That's a big throw and catch right there, Alan.
Perfect toss for the touchdown for McKinley Wallace, the 5'11", 155-pound junior, in stride for the Carolina Cool touchdown. Now that's cool.
Now the key right now is that Lakeview has not had a lot of offensive snaps this half. And you get better on offense the more snaps you get. And so I think obviously this next drive is going to be the drive of the game.
Well, they're going to go for the 2 here to try to make it a 3-point ball game so a field goal doesn't beat them.
Yes, and that's a good call on the coach.
And Latta's going to have a delay of game penalty.
Not a good time to get that when you're going for 2.
Yep. Not a good time to get one because maybe a little bit too much celebration, but they're still going to try for 2 from 8 yards away now instead of 3.
That's a different animal down here in the goal line.
And the coach is screaming at the quarterback.
Yeah, and
LeBron Cobb.
He's getting a lot of help from the fans too, Alan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's about, I'd say, 3,000 coaches in the stands. And here's the quarterback keeper. He keeps it himself, and he's going to take it in for the 2-point conversion.
I don't know if he got in, Alan.
They're not calling it yet.
I don't know if he got in.
I think he did, Coach.
Yes. They called it.
A late call, but he got in. Let's see that on the CMC replay, because I think he was in for certain.
That was a momentum 2 points right there is what it was.
He broke out of that tackle in the backfield, and then
he's in the end zone. Yeah, I don't even know why they had to think about that one.
Yeah, that ball was way across the goal line before he went down. So 4:18 to play, and Latta takes its first lead of the night.
Well, and Latta's had the ball 15 minutes in the second half and taken 4 away. That means that Lakeview's only had possession for 5 minutes in this second half.
And they haven't done much with it. They had to punt twice.
That was a 13-play, 78-yard drive, 16-yard pass that I thought was an excellent throw, and it took 8 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. That's got to be the biggest play yet. Right now in the second half, Latta's got 152 yards. If you can remember, we had 150 each in the first half, and Lakeview in the second half has had 12 yards. And part of that's because they just haven't had possession of the football.
Well, that description of the last drive, Coach, sounds like a Myrtle Beach Hyundai drive of the game to me.
Well, if it holds up, it is. But, hey, don't ever rule them daggum Gators out, baby.
That's right. There's still 4 minutes, plenty of time to return this one. It's DJ Hardy. Hardy breaks a tackle, gets a blocker in front of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's being chased from behind, and a nice job brought down by Sladen Strickland to save the touchdown.
Yeah, boy, you got to give Strickland a pat on the back on that one. Now, the other part of that is he is in great position right here. I mean, they've got enough time. They can take their full selection of play. The playbook is wide open. You can see on the replay, this often happens. People get jungled up on the inside, and they've got that wall sitting out there just waiting on them. But nonetheless, Sladen did a great job on the run right there. He ran it down, made that play. You got to give him all the credit on that.
He never gave up on it.
Never gave up.
He looked like he was gone for sure.
Well, let's see what the Wild Gators can do with the football.
Sladen hands off to the fullback, Demarius MacArthur. And MacArthur carries for about 5, and the Latta fans are irate that there was not a penalty called on a Lakeview player who was battling with a defensive man about 20 yards away from the play.
Well, what it was that backside lineman going down and taking out one of those defensive backs, and that happens a lot.
So it's second down, and we'll call it 5 after the pickup by the fullback, and they're going to hand off to Foxworth this time, and Foxworth. No, actually, it's Jaden Ford. Jaden Ford gets stopped.
And that was Dorian Griffin on the tackle there. He's had 6 tackles for loss. It'd be nice to get one for loss right here. You can see this play. I'm not sure which one it is. Yeah, that was the one before, I think.
Yeah, Ford, he got him down, but Ford only gained about a yard, maybe 2. So it's 3rd and 3.
We're looking at 3rd and 3. And I tell you what, that kickoff was a big play. Don't think it wasn't.
Huge play. Herlong with the fullback give. The fullback dive. He's going to be short, not even close.
All right, it's fourth down. This is the play of the game. They get it. They got a chance to score. They don't, and I believe that Latta can run the timeout.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down and 3.
4th and 3, we got a big play. Herlong went to the sideline, got a play from a coach. He knows exactly what he wants to run right here. Let's see how quickly we get the defense in.
6 down lineman for Latta. Full house backfield. Wishbone for Herlong. Herlong gives it to the fullback again, and the fullback is stopped short.
I don't believe he got it,
He didn't get it.
I don't believe he got it.
He didn't get it, Coach. Wow.
Well, I'm not going to say it until I see it, baby.
He needed 3, and if he got 2, I think
and
he'll
it's
be lucky.
Latta's ball.
Here's a
Latta's
replay,
ball.
Coach. Right there, and he stopped him short. They didn't give it to their best ball carrier, Coach Foxworth. He must have something wrong because they haven't given it to MacArthur 2 plays in a row all night long.
Yeah, and a lot of that depends on the health of your players and just what your game plan is too, Alan.
Yep.
Because you never know kind of what the points of emphasis was.
You're right, and
All right, now, what Latta needs to do here, they need to watch the clock. They need to take their time. They need to maximize their plays. It's not the worst thing that they got to punt this ball away right here, but what's the worst thing is that they don't drain the clock.
Yeah, you got Slayton down there. He is pumping up the crowd, and they'll remember that tackle.
Yeah, that was an effort tackle. There's no doubt about it, and that was a big tackle for them.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at around the 10, maybe 11-yard line. And I'll tell you what, the Vikings have been resilient all night long. And all they need to do now is run out the last 2:07 of this one.
Well, again, what you want to do is milk the clock as much as you can. And ideally, you're just trying to get a first down. And the worst thing that can happen is not having to punt the ball. The worst thing that can happen is not taking time off the clock.
Yeah, but Lakeview has all 3 of their timeouts.
And they're going to have to use them here, and that's another reason why you got to get close to a first down.
The 1st and 10 at the 11. We got a single eye with the quarterback under center. It's Eli Jones. Jones hands it to the fullback, and he stopped immediately. Jamarian Jones. And he goes
and
for
let's
nothing.
see what Lakeview does with this. They're going to get a timeout right here.
Timeout after the 1-yard loss by Jamarian Jones.
Paul.
And timeout by the Gators. And they just want another chance to get it back. But I tell you what, if just not for anything but the tackle on that kickoff, Slayton Strickland might be my guy for
Well, now, Slayton has done a good job all night long. I've called his name a bunch on tackles that he's had to come up and make. And, so we'll see.
The HTC game ball is a long way away, I know, Coach.
You got that right, Big Al.
There's plenty of time left for both of these teams.
Don't get over there and get too happy yet.
Hartsville still leading North Myrtle Beach 21-7 in the 3rd. Ainer over Waccamaw 26-14. It is South Florence just blowing past Myrtle Beach now 42-0 in the 3rd quarter. Carolina Forest is trailing Sumter now 14-10. Scotts Branch Carver's Bay shutting out Scotts Branch 33-0, and Johnsonville over East Clarendon 24-14.
Wow. Okay, Alan, let's see what we get. They need to maintain possession of this football as long as they can.
LeBron Cobb is back in the ball game, and he's got a first down and a whole lot more.
Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds.
LeBron Cobb taken down by Tamir Bellman, but not before he carries for 21 yards and a Lakeview Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down.
Yeah, 30.
Here's the replay.
Here you see the replay. He just basically ran what they've been running, which is a Q keep, and did a great job getting down the field in a hurry. And where Lakeview is really the trouble right now, they've got to attack the football. Any kind of read plays, if you don't read it right, you're in trouble.
The clock continues to run now that the sticks have been set. Lakeview electing not to use one of their last timeouts. I believe they have 2 left. It says 1 on the screen, but I believe they have 2 remaining. But either way, Latta's going to use as much of the clock as they possibly can.
Yeah, yardage isn't as important right here as the clock is, because the bottom line, they've got a chart on the sideline, Alan, and with that chart, it tells them how much time they can run off the clock toward the end of the game, how many plays they need based on the number of timeouts the other team has. You know how long it'll take to make the play. So those coaches do a lot of studying, and they understand a lot of the mechanics of what's going on right here. And the bottom line is that they're reading those those charts right now.
So with 69 seconds left in the ball game, Latta takes its final timeout to discuss this play. They didn't want to take a penalty on the play, so they let the play clock run all the way down to 1 and then called the timeout. So they can't do that again.
Yeah, and my guess right here, Alan, they got a first down. They got time to drain the clock, and what he told his kids is don't do anything stupid, don't move, don't be offsides, don't do anything to stop the clock.
Even with 2 timeouts, Coach, I don't think Lakeview has enough time left on the clock if they kneel it down 3 times.
You're exactly right, and I don't have the chart before me, but I think that probably they can kill it by taking a knee.
Well, they're going into the shotgun. I don't know if I do this or not, but that's what they've been doing all night long, though, so don't change things up. They snap it to the quarterback. He's going to keep it himself. He's holding it awfully strong.
We got a flag in there. Now, the problem with this flag that's thrown, it's going to stop the clock.
Yep. And we'll see.
And it's probably going to back it up because that looks like a holding area in there.
Tell you what, and the quarterback, LeBron Cobb, he was just kind of waving that football out there.
I'll tell you what, I don't like it. I want to protect that football at all costs, and the way to protect it is never show it to anybody.
Never show it. He was waving it out there like a flag, like a
yeah, and of course, as a coach, you know what kids you can put the ball's hands in, but you also don't need yardage right here. Mm-hmm. You just need time.
And only 9 seconds went off the clock on that play, and it's a holding penalty, and it's going to be declined by Lakeview. So they still have at least 1 timeout, maybe 2, but
it did stop the clock, and that's the important thing.
And it loses a down.
Yes,
so they didn't need the yards. It's 2nd down and 10 now. And now it's going to.
Now Lakeview's calling their other timeout.
Why would they do that?
Well, I'm not sure with that play whether or not the clock was going to start the clock again.
They may have
so
started
if the official started the clock on the play, then they want to make sure they use that thing and make sure the kids know what to do if indeed they don't get it right.
Because
now.
only 9 seconds went off the clock.
Right.
So, but if they would have, when the official wound his arm, if the clock would have restarted at that point, yeah, you don't want to let them run it again down to 30.
Because they're gonna run it down. If they're well coached, they're gonna run it down, let it go down, and if they've got timeouts, what you do here is you let it go down with 1 second left, you kill it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and take your time out.
Coach King did the right thing right there, I think, because I think the clock would have started upon the officials' notification.
Yeah, you're not going to get much by Darrell in a situation like this. He's been there and done that. He certainly is going to make the right calls on that sideline.
As I said earlier, far be it from me to question Coach King at all, or any of those Lakeview coaches, as successful as they've been over the years. All right, here it is, 2nd down and 9. And, boy, they are just holding that football out there again. And he goes down in the backfield, a 3-yard loss, and a timeout by Lakeview. That's their final timeout.
That's gotta
I thought
be
they
it.
had 2 left.
Well, they're going to get the ball back, Alan.
They might.
They're going to get the ball back, and I'll tell you what's going to get the ball back for them was that first down play where we had a penalty.
Yeah.
I think they could have drained the clock without that. But with that penalty, that reset the down, and so they got time to at least do something with it. Now, here's a question that you got to ask yourself right now. How good is your kicking team? And how confident are you in punting the ball down the field? Because at the end of the day, the worst thing in the world. It is hard to block for a punt.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have to punt the football if they don't get anything out of this down. Now, one other thing that you do have, though, and I would imagine that what Latta would do here is I can imagine that they would, even if they don't get the first down, let the clock run down to 0, take the 5-yard penalty, and then run your 4th down play or either punt it, depending on which you're most comfortable with.
Well, this is going to be a huge play for the Latta offense again. It's Cartrell Townsend in at quarterback. Thank you to our spotter Landis Clark for noticing that. Cartrell keeps it himself. He's going to get about 3 or 4 yards on the play, and they're saying go down. I say stay up. Let the clock run as long as possible.
Yeah, but they didn't want that ball ripped out of there.
You're
now,
right, Coach.
Again, you got a tough call right here. Am I going to punt this ball down, or am I going to give them one shot from midfield? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Well,
now, don't know when it was spotted.
Yeah, I was going to say, this might run all the way out.
I don't think it'll quite make it, but we'll see.
Boy, it's going to be right on the number, Coach. I mean, literally right on the number. Because we don't have a play clock on the field. We can't tell, so the officials keep it on the field. I think it was placed at like 26.
They're stopping it.
Yep. It stopped with
0.3 seconds.
3/10 of a second left. We said it was going to be right on the number, and it's right on the number.
Yeah, I tell you now it's probably a couple of seconds, but we are at Latta.
Yeah.
So my man was trying to drain that thing as best he could. Now, what do you do right here, Alan? You know, a lot of people would say take the safety on this play.
No.
Well, I'm telling you, a lot of people would say take the safety right here. It's a 17-14
but
game.
It's 3/10 of a second, Coach. All he's got to do is catch it.
I agree with you.
You have to take a safety.
I thought they were going to punt it, and you don't want to punt it, baby.
No, you just catch it. If you catch it, the game's over. So Latta
comes up with a big win, and I tell you what. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Landon. Landon Clark, our spotter. Great job. Perseverance by all the Vikings tonight to take the win 17-14 on senior night here at Latta High School. We're back with the postgame as the Vikings are victorious on the Friday Night Rivals powered by Mr. Sparky.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
You might have seen our signs in your neighborhood. We're not just your local roofer, we're your neighbors too. We understand how important your home is to you, and we're here to protect it. Hurricane season brings heavy wind and rain and can cause major damage to your roof. We'll have our experts inspect your roof so you can be prepared for the storm ahead.
We're the cutest roofing inspectors in town.
We stand by our promises, and we'll prove it to you.
In case of a hurricane, are you ready? Don't wait until it's too late. Get your family a Briggs & Stratton generator from Mr. Sparky today. We'll come to your house and help determine the correct size generator needed for your home to keep all your electric devices running. So keep your family safe and comfortable with a Briggs & Stratton standby generator all year long.
There's no job too big or too small.
Call my dad. He can fix it all. And remember,
8 Sparky. Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water heaters. It can really mess up your home really bad. That's why moms and dads have been calling A&I for over 40 years. 40 years! They get it fixed fast. Really fast. My mommy said they made our house a home again. And mommy always tells the truth. A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Restoring more than just your home, restoring your dreams.
Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by Bathfitter.
Right now, Sonic's small hand mix shakes are $1.99 all day. It sells itself, so I'll just list flavors in my sexy voice.
Chocolate, strawberry, peanut butter.
$1.99 small classic shakes all day at Sonic.
Back at Latta Stadium, the Vikings trailed the whole game down to the final 4 minutes when they took the touchdown catch by McKinley Wallace from LeBron Cobb, and what a play that was, but what a drive that was, Coach. That was the longest drive of the night, and it took up nearly 9 minutes to take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was a 13-play drive, Allen, 78 yards, and it ended up on a 16-yard TD pass. And quite honestly, the way that Latta's been throwing the ball, I didn't think they could execute that pass, but he put it on the money. Cobb put it there. It was a great throw and catch between two defenders, and it ended up not only being a touchdown pass, but taking 8 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. 8
minutes and 50 seconds. What a drive that was by Latta to pull off the victory. And Coach Eisman, his team has been ranked in the top 10 all year long. And when they lost to Lamar a couple of weeks ago, they thought, the Black Nasty is going to be the class of the region again this year. But no, Latta is staying strong. And now it's if somebody can get a hold of Lamar, this could be a three-way tie here in the next 3 weeks. We've only got 2 weeks left after tonight of the regular season, and this is a great Region 1A here in South Carolina. But we have got the Latta family all together on the field with our guy Rodney Berry. He is with the head coach Brandon Eisman for tonight's presentation of the trophy.
Coach Eisman, heck of a game. I tell you, that was a long-fought game tonight. Two rivals, 15 miles from each other. Big game in the county. You guys pulled it off.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm so proud of these kids, man. We challenged them at halftime, and they rose. It was tons of experience and a great group of young guys that's come up. They went out there and battled and fought and got it done. It wasn't, we kept it simple as them. They made tons of plays, and they never quit, and they kept battling. Just proud of them.
To your point, talking about a halftime, you guys came out in the second half, and you truly dominated, and you dominated a great team. Lakeview's a fantastic team.
Yeah, I mean, we like I said, we challenged them, and we got a tough group of kids, and we feel like these kids work so hard, and we challenge them year round, and they never waver, and we talked about, we've built ourselves for these moments. We get tired of being called everybody's little brother, so I guess in the second half we showed different.
Yeah, and what a critical game as you build momentum going to the playoffs. Winning a game late in this season, especially against a quality opponent, is a heck of a win.
It is, but, nothing against them, but this is a quality team sitting right here, and they've done a lot of work, and they deserve all the credit in the world. This is a team that nobody wants to rank right now. This is a team that nobody wants to give a lot of respect to, but hopefully they earned that respect tonight, and everybody saw it live.
Absolutely, no question about that. Listen, it was a great team effort, as it always is.
Yes, sir.
But you had one guy that really we had several guys that stick out.
Yes, sir.
But the HTC game ball tonight goes to Mr. Strickland. Come on up here, sir. This is the HTC game ball. I think it's something you'll remember the rest of your life. Any comments on that?
Man, we just got a good team. We got a good team, team effort, man. Them boys been talking all week, and we shut that up today.
I appreciate it. Coach, we have one more presentation, and so well deserved. Let me read this, okay? The 2023 Conway Medical Center Friday night rivals on the CW21. This is Week 8, the champions. How about it, Vikings? Congratulations, Coach. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Rodney. And, Slayton Strickland deserved that game ball for nothing more than the tackle he saved. It might have saved the game, much less
well, no doubt.
touchdown.
Had he not done that was a different ball game. Now, at the same time, Slayton was very instrumental in a lot of tackles as the game progressed. So there's a good chance he could have been anyway, but that sealed the deal for him.
And LeBron Cobb, who threw the touchdown pass, had several big rushes himself. He was under consideration, but this Vikings team, like Rodney said, it was a team effort tonight.
Well, there's no doubt, and it was so well played on both sides. You hate to see anybody lose a game like that because you got two groups of kids just playing their butts off, and that's so fun to see.
It's time for the Myrtle Beach Hyundai Drive of the Game, Coach. Yeah, I think you got to give it to that last.
Yeah, it had to be the last drive that Latta had. They had a 13-play drive. They went 78 yards when they were one score behind, a 16-yard touchdown pass, and they took 8 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock, which ended up being the telltale on the game.
All right, you've got some stats from our buddy Paul Gable tonight. Tell us about them.
Yeah, Lakeview, certainly they ended up with 83 yards rushing, 43 passing, and 126 total yards. Latta ended up with 243 rushing and 36 passing for 279. And Latta did most of their work in the second half. They were just able to control the football, and when Lakeview did get the ball, they couldn't sustain a drive. And so, really, other than 2 or 3 opportunities to move the football, Lakeview just didn't get enough possession in the second half to be effective offensively.
Yeah, both of their touchdowns came early, and for some reason, they just could not sustain that offensive momentum into the second half.
Yeah, and you kind of felt like Lakeview was in charge of the first half. And they were on the scoreboard, but then there was no doubt that Latta was in charge of the second half.
Well, it was 14-3 at the half. Both of the touchdowns by the Latta Vikings were in the middle of the third, middle of the fourth, and they were just persevering all night long. They made sure that they were going to be at the pay gate when it was time to go.
Well, Alan, again, from my perspective, I enjoyed this game so much, and I think it was a great game to view.
It really was.
Because you got two teams that played their butts off. You got two groups of coaches that I thought did a great job coaching tonight. They made a lot of important moves at an important time, and I thought our officials did a good job controlling that game all night long. Now, there were some penalties thrown at inopportune times, but you got to call them when they're to be called.
Well, Latta moves to 8-1 on the year, 2-1 in the region, and Lakeview drops to 1-1 and 5-2. But it's going to be a great matchup with Lamar coming up between Lakeview and Lamar. We got for Coach Chuck Jordan and Rodney Berry, I'm Ellen Smothers. So long, everybody.
That was good.
CMC Orthopedics has the team you need to keep you on the move. These specialists in sports medicine, joint replacement, shoulder and elbow, hand and wrist, hip and knee, foot and ankle, spine care, and comprehensive pain management use the latest technologies and advanced treatments. Nationally recognized and fellowship trained at some of the top hospitals in the country, CMC Orthopedics helps your family live happier, healthier lives. CMC Orthopedics, medicine in motion.
Clean water. We use it in different ways, from bathing to drinking to brushing our teeth. But do you know what's in your water? With a Brita Pro whole home water filtration system from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, you can take control of your water quality, and your family can enjoy cleaner, better tasting water right from your own tap. Call us today and learn more about a brand new Brita Pro whole home water filtration system today.
Benjamin Franklin is the punctual plumber.
If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
In case of a storm or natural disaster, are you ready? Don't be left in the dark. Get your family a Briggs & Stratton generator from Mr. Sparky today. We'll come to your house and help determine the correct size generator needed for your home to keep all your electric devices running. So keep your family safe and comfortable with a Briggs & Stratton standby generator all year long.
There's no job too big or too small.
Call my dad. He can fix it all. And remember,
8 Sparky.
Bad things happen sometimes. Fires, floods, hurricanes, broken water pipes, exploding water